Nature, God's gift to the human soul. In a world filled with over 7 billion people, nature still finds a way to be the main character in a story that keeps evolving with time. The human soul reacts to nature as one reacts to medicine. It opens the mind and refreshes the heart. It's the great escape with the opportunity for the greatest thrills. It has moments of highs and moments of lows. It just depends on the depths you want to go. Find yourself in nature, and you will find a map to peace with every trail and every peak you seek. Nature has been a place of refuge for me. It has always been a place I can escape to find peace, comfort, and God's wisdom. Over the years, I have found myself falling more and more in love with all aspects of nature, even the parts of nature that has always kept me at bay. The ocean has become my calming place. It reminds me of the vastness of God and humbles me in its gentle reminder that my problems are not as big as I think, for they are not enough to even feel the depths of the ocean floor. As more and more research is being done on the effects of nature on humans, scientists are finding that nature has a strong impact on our brains and our behavior, helping to reduce anxiety, stress, and increase creativity in our attention spans. It's also beneficial in our ability to connect with other people. According to researcher David Strayer of the University of Utah, now we are seeing changes in the brain and changes in the body that suggest we are physically and mentally more healthy when we are interacting with nature.
Researchers who've identified and looked at what the benefits are of being in nature find improved short-term memory, enhanced working memory, better problem solving, greater creativity, lower levels of stress, and higher feelings of positive well-being.
As a creative, nature has elevated my ability to be patient enough to capture the essence and the beauty of what is all around me, no matter the subject matter. According to a study done by Science Direct, they found that nature could evoke the creative way of thinking by making us more curious and able to get new ideas as well as flexible in our way of thinking. So I'm out here in the rain. I love nature. I think nature is one of the greatest things to film. So it's one of my favorite subjects to film is just nature and the details. You look at this lines, look at the lines, the detail of this leaf, it's so perfect. As a filmmaker, nature has forced me to be more aware and more attentive to everything I'm seeing. It slows me down and forces me to take into account every aspect of its creation. It teaches me patience as I wait to capture the perfect moment, like waiting hours to capture birds flying in the sky to the beauty and details of a sunflower. All of this blends into how I capture stories and the essence of people. Paying attention to details in nature now allows me to see things that I normally wouldn't have taken the time to see. My eye for detail has grown tremendously because the countless hours I have spent filming in nature. If I'm not careful, I can get lost in trying to capture every little detail I see. The truth is, no matter how much you try, you will never run out of nature to capture. Nature doesn't only open doors in our mind for creativity, but it is also beneficial to our human psyche. It is the great stress equalizer. Stress, the bane to humanity's existence. Stress is known as our natural body's response to a physical, mental, and/or emotional external stressor.
We have learned that many diseases have no single specific causes, but are due largely to non-specific stress.
Stress is an important word in Dr. Sellier's theory. By stress, he does not mean the nervous tension we sometimes associate with the word, but the general strain on the body caused by disease, injury, and mental pressure. Stress, this general strain on the body, affects the man with cancer, the emotionally disturbed woman. Stress affects the man with the common cold, the man with rheumatism. Stress affects the burned soldier and the man with heart disease. Every attack on the body causes stress.
So how then can nature help in reducing such effects caused by stress, including in those who deal with not just the mental aspect of stress, but also the physical?
Even after just 15 minutes of being outside, our blood pressure drops, our heart rates drop, our cortisol, stress hormones drop. There's something that happens really quickly to make us feel better.
As much as nature is great for our human psyche, it's also imperatively important to our physical well-being. Nature is truly a mother. God's gift to humanity provides us with all the essentials we need to survive. From foods to medicine, nature is key in how we can thrive in our world's ecosystem. Yet, the more technological the world becomes, the more we find the natural being traded in for man-made creation.
By 2014, food-specific 3D printers were being created and marketed to restaurants as a means of producing intricately designed meals. If you want to experience 3D printed food, you could visit Food Inc. in the UK. This restaurant touts itself as a one-of-a-kind gourmet experience where all the food, utensils, and furniture are produced through 3D printing.
Cities have long been established in American history as popular places that people come in droves to. However, with every city comes demolition of nature and the birth of human creation.
Sidewalks and streets where once there were fields, steel and concrete instead of trees. New York, Washington, Chicago, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, American cities, big, bigger, biggest.
Yet, despite our need for technology and push toward ultimate human greatness, nature will always be an important essential tool to the survival of mankind, no matter how advanced we become.
When we're in a big American city, we're very likely to forget that the roots of a city, like the roots of a tree, spread way out. The roots of both are in the soil. Without their roots, both would die. Of course, it's easy to understand why people forget that. They see so many buildings and so little soil. Even when they go to the markets to buy the fruits and vegetables and meat and milk that keep them alive, they're apt to forget that all of it comes from the soil. They take for granted so many everyday things they really could not do without.
Our physical bodies cannot survive without nature. Case in point, we cannot breathe without trees and we can't eat without seeds. Let's not forget the impact of meats that provides us with protein that helps our muscles grow and gives us strength. Nature is a source that keeps giving.
Many of our medicines originate from plants and fungi, and many more may lie undiscovered in remote corners of the world. For instance, there's a fungus that grows on the fur of sloths that could help treat some forms of cancer. The natural world shelters and protects us too. Trees and shrubs protect our homes from flooding, and coral reefs and mangroves shield our coastlines from storm surges. And all that is not to mention the great spiritual and cultural value that nature holds for human beings the world over.
As beautiful as nature's landscapes can be, you cannot have nature without the animal kingdom. The circle of life plays an important role in how we function as an ecosystem. From the animal kingdom to the plant ecosystem, humans, animals, and nature all play a role in connection to one another in the world of biodiversity.
Take the Amazon rainforest, one of the most biodiverse regions on Earth, due to its complex ecosystems, huge mix of species, and the genetic variety within those species. Here are tangled liana vines, which crawl up from the forest floor to the canopy, intertwining with treetops and growing thick wooded stems that support these towering trees. Helped along by the vines, trees provide the seeds, fruits, and leaves to herbivores such as the tapir and the agouti, which disperse their seeds throughout the forest so they can grow. Leftovers are consumed by the millions of insects that decompose and recycle nutrients to create rich soil. The rainforest is a huge system filled with many smaller systems like this, each packed with interconnected species. Every link provides stability to the next, strengthening biodiversity's weave.
So, is nature good for us? I'll let you be the judge of that. However, don't just take my word for it. Go out and see for yourself the benefits that nature has to offer your life. The beauty of nature is there are so many different types of environments and ways to connect with it. So find your connection and let nature run its course. Most importantly, be safe, because nature can be a wild animal. So make sure to respect the environments you step into and exercise wisdom as you traverse through nature. As always, thanks for watching this video. I hope it inspires you to give nature a try or to continue exploring it. If you haven't already, please be sure to like this video and comment below your favorite nature spot that you like to go to. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for more explorations, truths, and discoveries. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruth, and I'm out.